High on the border between Turkey, Armenia, and Iran rises one of the most mysterious mountains in the world, Mount Ararat. For centuries, this massive dormant volcano has been surrounded by legends and religious stories. But today, interest in the mountain is no longer just spiritual. It has become a subject of science, politics, and global curiosity. At an altitude of more than 4,000 meters, modern radar systems and reconnaissance satellites have detected something unusual hidden within the glaciers of the mountain, an object whose shape does not appear to match the natural landscape. Scientists and military analysts began studying these images carefully, because confirming that the structure is artificial could completely change the historical importance of the region. Some believe the discovery could be connected to one of the most famous stories in human history, Noah's Ark. The first modern clues appeared in 1949 during the Cold War. An American reconnaissance aircraft was flying over eastern Turkey when one of the pilots noticed something strange on the northwestern slope of Mount Ararat. Beneath layers of ancient ice, a dark object with straight geometric lines was partially visible. When the photographs were developed and analyzed, experts were surprised. The images seemed to show a structure resembling the remains of a massive wooden ship. The object was located at nearly 4,700 meters above sea level, a place where no ship could possibly exist. This mysterious structure later became known as the Ararat anomaly. According to early calculations, the object appeared to be approximately 150 meters long, which is remarkably similar to the dimensions described in ancient texts about Noah's Ark. Despite moving glaciers and constant seismic activity in the region, the object seemed to remain stable and unchanged. Because of its sensitive location near Soviet borders during the Cold War, the photographs were immediately classified and stored in intelligence archives. For decades, officials denied the existence of these images, explaining them as simple shadows or unusual rock formations. But in the 1990s, some of the satellite data was finally released to researchers. New digital analysis revealed something even more intriguing. The object appeared to contain internal compartments and hollow spaces, suggesting it might not be a natural rock formation. Advanced satellite systems confirmed the presence of a large structure buried deep inside the glacier. The mystery of Mount Ararat, however, did not begin with satellites. Long before modern technology existed, explorers climbing the mountain had reported unusual discoveries. In 1829, German scientist Friedrich Parrot became the first recorded person to successfully reach the summit of Mount Ararat. Although he did not discover any ancient ship, his expedition proved that reaching the summit was possible. Over time, other explorers began reporting something even more strange. At extremely high altitudes where no trees grow, climbers started finding large pieces of processed wood embedded in the ice. These were not small branches. They were massive wooden beams that appeared to have once been part of a large structure. Scientists were confused. The nearest forests are located thousands of meters below the glacier. Transporting such large wooden structures to that altitude would have been almost impossible. Some of the wood samples were later analyzed and appeared to be thousands of years old. Local shepherds living near the mountain also shared stories passed down through generations. They spoke about times when the glaciers melted during unusually warm summers. During those moments, parts of a giant dark structure sometimes appeared beneath the ice. One man named Georgi Hagopian claimed that when he was a child, his father once took him close to the mysterious object. He described it as a massive structure made of dark wood, covered with something that looked like a protective coating. For many years, these stories were dismissed as simple legends told by local villagers. But later, aerial photographs appeared to confirm some of the details mentioned in those stories. In 1959, another strange discovery was made. A Turkish military pilot named İlhan Durupinar was flying over the region when he noticed an unusual formation on the ground. The shape of the formation looked exactly like the outline of a gigantic ship. This location later became known as the Durupinar site. The structure measured approximately 157 meters in length, almost identical to the measurements described in ancient texts about Noah's Ark. Soon, researchers from around the world traveled to investigate the site. One of the most well-known researchers studying the site was Ron Wyatt, an American explorer who believed the structure could be the remains of Noah's Ark. Using metal detectors and ground scanning equipment, his team discovered something unusual beneath the surface. Their instruments detected metallic lines arranged in a grid pattern, similar to structural supports or rivets found in large ships. Chemical analysis of the soil also revealed extremely high levels of organic carbon. This suggested that a large amount of wood may have once existed in the area and later decomposed over time. However, many scientists remained skeptical. Some experts argued that the Durupinar formation was simply a natural geological structure formed by mud flows and erosion. But other researchers pointed out patterns that resembled fossilized wood layers that may have turned into stone over thousands of years. The debate about the true nature of the structure continues even today. In the 21st century, modern satellites began scanning Mount Ararat with advanced radar systems. These images revealed shapes beneath the ice that appeared to have straight lines and unusual geometry. Some analysts believe a massive structure may still be trapped deep inside the glacier, but reaching the location is extremely difficult. Mount Ararat lies in a politically sensitive region and requires special permits for expeditions. Weather conditions are also extremely dangerous, with sudden storms, strong winds, and falling rocks. Despite these challenges, several research teams have continued exploring the mountain. In 2010, a team investigating ice caves near the summit reported discovering fragments of ancient cedar wood. Laboratory tests suggested the wood could be around 4,800 years old, which closely matches the timeline described in ancient flood stories. However, instead of becoming a global scientific breakthrough, the discovery was met with skepticism. Some scientists demanded further verification, while others questioned the credibility of the findings. Meanwhile, access to the mountain has become increasingly restricted. The Turkish government has limited research in the area, making independent investigation extremely difficult. But modern satellite monitoring continues, and as climate change slowly melts the glaciers, the structures hidden beneath the ice may eventually become visible. If researchers one day confirm that Noah's Ark truly rests on Mount Ararat, it could become one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in human history. Until then, the mountain continues to guard its secrets beneath layers of ice, history, and unanswered questions.